The Jasper City Council passes ordinances to allow for alcoholic beverages at city golf courses. The city of Huntington has a public hearing tonight on the downtown revitalization project, and Kurt Guxell has sectional highlights from Jasper baseball and sports. Those stories and much more are up next here on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. In your news, last night the Jasper City Council passed a series of ordinances allowing for beer and wine to be served at city golf courses. The changes will be effective at both Jasper Municipal and Rooksor golf courses. All alcohol will have to be obtained on the city golf courses and will not be permitted to be brought to the course from the outside. Coolers will be provided at the courses for the alcohol with a deposit fee of $10 being required. That money would be paid back upon the return of the coolers. Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz says several other cities across Indiana have started to add alcoholic beverages for their golf courses, and it was time for Jasper to do the same. However, he says the process will be well policed.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, and many municipal golf courses, in fact, I know of Bloomington just recently did that, are looking to serve beer and wine. We've chosen beer and wine at both municipal and the Rooksor Golf Course, essentially as an income producer. That being said, we will have official licensed bartenders. I can tell the public right now, no alcoholic beverages of your own may be brought onto the property, period.
Seitz says the coolers will be required for soft drinks on the course as well. The changes could take effect as soon as this weekend, pending the approval of an alcohol license. Also last night, the City Council held reviews of 3 CF1 forms of local businesses. The forms for Indiana Furniture, Stens LLC, and Brown Family Properties were up for review last night. Seitz says this yearly reporting is required under state laws governing tax phase-in.
Whenever you have a tax phase-in from a company, it is state law, and our local ordinance matches that they must do annual reporting. We always advise the companies to be very conservative in what they do for the project, because we have to look and see whether it's in compliance, especially whether the investment has been made, and that's often not the biggest problem, but how is employment, if there was employment as part of that process.
Brown Family Properties' CF1 form will be reviewed further at the next Jasper City Council meeting to clarify some changes to salary numbers. Finally, last night, the city added a $65 fee for rides on the new Monon car, which is set to be added to the Spirit of Jasper train later this summer. The car is owned by the Monon Railroad Historical and Technical Society, Inc., and will be operated at no cost to the city. Tonight, the Huntington City Council is holding their first public hearing on the downtown revitalization plan. This plan deals with the future of the 6-block area downtown as identified by the city. During his appearance earlier this week on 18 WJTS's Monday with the Mayor, Huntington Mayor Denny Spinner explained the project and said that a lot of it parallels the current Patoka Lake water main project. He also talks about engineering firms Development Concepts and Commonwealth Engineering, which are the firms heading up this project, and the roles that each of those companies will play.
Project involves the 6-block area right around the downtown area, planned for what it's going to look like in the future. A big part of that plan is that, of course, we have the 100-year-old water main going right down 4th Street. So Commonwealth is going to take a look at the engineering side of things. So how do we make our infrastructure as attractive as we can to continue development in the downtown? And the Development Concepts will do more of the visioning.
Spinner says the city is confident that they will be successful in getting a planning grant for this project. He says if the city should be successful in getting the grant money, a series of public hearings will be held in the future to get input from the community concerning the project. Spinner says this plan ultimately is important in order to establish a clear direction for the future of downtown Huntington.
This is folding hand in hand with the comprehensive plan, which GAI Consulting will be doing. So this firm will be working with the other firms doing our comprehensive plan and dovetailing together and give our council and this office a clear roadmap by the end of September, October timeframe of where we want to go in the future.
The public hearing is currently underway at Huntington City Hall as part of the City Council's second meeting of the month. Tune in to our 18 WJTS News tomorrow night at 7 and 9:30 for more coverage from the public hearing and from the Huntington City Council meeting. Since the early days of the Indiana State Police, memorial services have been held each May at all Indiana State Police district posts to honor the memory of those who have died in the line of duty. Yesterday, the Indiana State Police Jasper Post held their annual memorial service for those members of the department that gave their lives in the line of duty. Troopers present were brought to attention and prepared for the roll call. Sergeant John Deere and Lieutenant Don Boland then read each fallen member's name, along with a description of the circumstances surrounding their death. Sergeant Chad Dick is with the Jasper Post and says it is important to honor the memory of all of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Throughout the month of May, all across the state at our districts, we hold memorial services to remember those that have gone before us. And as Officer Dino from Oakland City, his brother, said last week very well that you kind of die twice. You die once when you're actually killed in the physical, but then you die again when nobody ever reads your name again. And that's what we try to make sure that never happens, is that we forget. And that's why we hold these services every year, to remind the families that we don't forget the sacrifices that they made and that their loved one made.
A total of 46 officers from the Indiana State Police have died in the line of duty since the department's founding in 1933. The first of these to pass away was Trooper Eugene Teague, who was killed in a crossfire on December 20th of 1933 while in a shootout with a member of the John Dillinger gang. For a complete listing of Indiana State Troopers killed in the line of duty and a summary of their deaths, you can visit the Indiana State Police website listed on your screen and click the In Memoriam link on the left side of the page. 2 local companies are collecting items at various locations across the county for donation to victims of the tornado which struck Oklahoma on Monday. OFS Brands and Jasper Engines and Transmissions, in collaboration with the city of Huntington, are each loading a semi-trailer full of goods to be sent to Oklahoma. Items can be dropped off in Huntington tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and from 4 to 7 p.m. at the OFS Brands trailer located at Memorial Gym on 5th Street. The Jasper Engines trailer is located at Christian Church of Jasper in the 1400 block of Energy Drive in Jasper. Items can be dropped off there tomorrow from 4 to 7 p.m. as well as from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Accepted items include bottled water, Gatorade, individually wrapped snacks, sunscreen, trash bags, and deodorant, among other items. For more information, you can contact Huntington Director of Communications and Community Development, Rachel Steckler, at the ways listed on your screen. A total of 236 students will be receiving diplomas tomorrow night as members of the 2013 graduating class of Jasper High School. This year's class is led by valedictorian Zach Gruey and salutatorian Ethan Whitaker. A number of members of the class of 2013 are headed off to secondary education with scholarships in hand, ranging anywhere from $500 one-year awards to full-ride scholarships. They include presidential, Lilly Endowment, and local scholarships. First-year principal Brian Wilson says this year's class was chock full of goal-oriented leaders who lead the way in what was a very successful school year at JHS.
There's been a lot of accomplishments. We've had 2 state champions this year. The BAM is a state champion. We had an individual state champion this year at school in the speech and debate team and discussion. It's been a wonderful year. Of course, Jasper, generally speaking, has very great deal of success in athletics and academics. We had a Lilly Scholar this year as well. And so both academically, athletically, goal-oriented pursuits, the students have just been really tremendous, and I've really enjoyed working with them a great deal this year. Being the first year, getting to know them a little bit last year, but a great deal this year. It's been a real pleasure for me.
This year's commencement will be held in the new Jasper High School gymnasium. Tomorrow night's ceremony will be the first event held in the facility after being forced to hold the festivities at Huntington's Memorial Gymnasium the last 2 years, thanks to the collapse of the former gym's roof in May of 2011. Graduates held practice in the gym this afternoon, marking the first time many have been able to see the new facility. Wilson says the students are excited.
As soon as the paper went down between the cafeteria and the gyms, you can see students walking up to the glass and want to check it out. But there are some concerns about tomorrow night. I think parking is probably the #1 concern that I personally have, and hope that everybody's patient and tries to arrive early. But the students are really excited. They feel very fortunate, as do I, to be in a position we are to open up a new gym for graduation this year.
For those planning on attending tomorrow night's graduation ceremony, doors will open at 5:45 p.m. with commencement beginning at 6:30 p.m. Parking will be available on every side of Jasper High School with the exception of the south side of the gym, where construction companies still have trailers and other equipment in place. Parking, of course, is also available along 15th Street and in other areas adjacent to school property. Anyone can use any entrance to the gym where JHS staff will be available for assistance. Lower level seating is open only to ticket holders, in which graduating students were given 7 tickets for family members as well as friends. The upper level will be open to those without a ticket. However, school officials kindly ask that attendance be limited to family, friends, and supporters of the graduates. An open house will be held at a later date. 2 weeks from now, our sister station 101 Country WBDC will be holding the 32nd annual Texaco Country Showdown. As we approach this year's showdown, this year's performances have been announced. Those slated to appear at this year's showdown are as follows: Greg Furman of DuBois, Nicole Neff of Nashville, Tennessee, Brittany Norris of Hymera, Amanda Royer of Paoli, Jason McCoy of Lagodi, Dawn Stemley of Celestine, the Lamond Wigwam Project, Gail Parks of Sulphur, Danielle Lee of Huntingburg, Amy Jo Madden of St. Francisville, Illinois, and the Has-Beens of Huntingburg. These performers will compete for prizes and the chance to appear at the Indiana State Texaco Country Showdown later this year. Those who advance to the state showdown will compete for a $1,000 cash prize and the chance to advance in the fall regional competition. 5 regional winners will receive an all-expense-paid trip to the national final and will compete for the national title and $100,000 grand prize. The WBDC Texaco Country Showdown is set for Thursday, June 6th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the Jasper Arts Center. That program will air in its entirety on 18 WJTS on Thursday, June 20th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and for a second time on Sunday, June 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Finally, tonight we bring you another weekly special Purdue Extension presentation. Over the last 2 weeks of the series, we've seen the Indiana branch of Operation Military Kids hard at work. Now here's your chance to see what Operation Military Kids is all about.
Operation Military Kids exists because we want to be able to show that community support for children from military families.
Kids are doing community service while having fun, and it's to a great cause.
This is a way to reach those kids who may never come across our path in any other way.
We gain some self-confidence knowing that other people are going through the same thing and we're not the only ones.
Operation Military Kids kind of gives both the kids a chance, the kids who aren't military kids and the kids who are.
It helps to educate the individual about what the opportunities and needs and challenges are that our military families continue to face.
It's very nerve-wracking because you don't know what's going on when they're gone, but it's also something to be very proud of.
There is a lot of support out there for military children.
They also are able to build friendships and relationships with other kids who have experienced similar challenges.
How do we prepare our families to be the most resilient families to ensure that their service member and their loved ones are in it for the long haul?
Operation Military Kids, or OMK, is the U.S. Army's collaborative effort with America's communities to support children and youth impacted by military deployment.
Indiana Operation Military Kids began in 2005, and we have the opportunity to support children of military families in a number of different ways.
Regardless of whether families are experiencing deployment for the first time, the second time, or multiple deployments, OMK's goal is to connect military children and youth with local resources in order to achieve a sense of community support and enhance their well-being. Community members work together, utilizing core OMK program elements to help children through their loved one's deployment.
There's some core programs that are offered nationwide, and those would include things such as Hero Packs, the Mobile Technology Lab, and Speak Out for Military Kids.
OMK partners organize special events and participate in the Hero Pack initiative.
Extension homemakers have been involved in creating Hero Packs, putting them together, making Hero Packs from scratch.
Hero Packs serve as a tangible expression of support for military families from their communities and OMK partners. Hero Packs are filled by non-military youth and community organizations with mementos and items designed to help keep military kids connected with their deployed parent.
Doing the Hero Pack project is a great idea. I just participated myself this past Veterans Day with an elementary school.
A Hero Pack project involves local non-military youth groups and/or community organizations in a valuable community service effort that demonstrates thanks and support from their peers in the community.
We explain to them where these bags go and what all the materials inside the bags are used for, and those kids had so much fun.
Speak Out for Military Kids is OMK's youth-driven community outreach program. Through participation in Speak Out for Military Kids, military and non-military youth help generate community awareness of issues faced by military youth when a parent is in the deployment cycle.
They showed you what it's like for kids to go through deployment, and they taught you how to deal with it and how to help friends if they're going through it. and it showed you how to like speak out and tell kids, you know, it's okay, everything's fine.
This program provides youth participants with the opportunity to gain valuable leadership, research, organization, technology, public speaking, and presentation skills. Youth use these skills to foster activism in supporting military youth in their communities.
I just think it's a really good experience for kids to go to because it really does help you understand how to teach other kids about what you're going through and what it's like for the family.
The OMK Mobile Technology Lab is a mobile, internet-ready computer lab for use in a variety of settings. The lab provides access to technology for military youth to communicate with deployed loved ones, learn about technology, enhance educational experiences, or make videos and take pictures to send to deployed loved ones.
The Mobile Tech Lab has a video camera that can be used in order to create video messages, or the kids can create little cards that can be sent, or it can be a great opportunity for the community to just give blanket cards to the soldiers and tell them that they're supporting them overseas.
Military youth use OMK Mobile Technology Labs for creating messages, banners, photos, videos, and even podcasts to share events with their absent parents. Service members have used the Mobile Tech Labs to tape stories and leave video messages behind for their children.
It gives the community a sense that they're supporting the military families and they're giving back to the military and supporting those troops that are deployed. While at the same time, the military families, they're feeling that support from the community members, and they're also able to, stay in contact or give a special message to one of their loved ones that's deployed.
Operation Military Kids encourages community groups around the state to become involved however they can, and the community is consistently and creatively answering the call.
And not only has this been a program for our 4-H members and volunteers, it's also been a program that our Extension homemakers adopted and have continued working on.
Our county extension office had an emphasis on gardening and healthy eating, and the junior leaders wanted to be a part of that, so they thought they would tie in with the OMK program, a victory garden, with this whole theme of taking the produce from the garden and giving it back to the military families.
To find out more about how you and your community can become involved with Operation Military Kids, please visit the OMK website at www.operationmilitarykids.org and start serving your community, your country, and your nation's youth right now.
Once again, our video tonight was brought to you courtesy of Purdue Extension. Coming up after the break, a cool down in store for the Memorial Day weekend ahead in your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Bill Potter brings us another episode of Informed. That's all up next here on 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.